Welcome back. It is day 201 of our road to 2200. We're at 2046. Yesterday we had a great day. If you haven't watched that video, it's one to watch. And it looks like we found somebody who is 2031 playing the Alekhine's defense. We haven't seen this in a little while. We're going to go ahead and we're going to play the 4 pawns attack because that's basically the most principled way to play. It's just kind of difficult because every Alekhine's player loves this variation. Or at least that's what I find. And, I mean, it can be hard to hold on to the pawns. Like, I think going here is already a mistake. Let's see. What do I want to play? We need to hold on to our pawns. That's what we need to do. They're obviously trying to fianchetto the bishop and maybe castle. I could start with developing the knight, maybe. That seems pretty logical. So let's just go ahead and do that. They're going to automatically play this. At least I figured that's what they would probably go for, but maybe not. Yeah, so they take a little bit of time. They play bishop to g6. A little bit of pressure on the center. I could develop my bishop here. Just protect. Jeez, I got something in my throat. I don't know what's going on there, but pardon me. I would love to play like this, but I want them to castle first. So I think I'm gonna play bishop to e3, just holding the center together, and then potentially we're gonna long castle. But let's see what my opponent's gonna go for here. I'm not developing my knight right now because I think they want to bring the bishop out. And at the right moment, we're probably going to play b3 and just cement everything in. Although, we do have to be careful of this diagonal. So, we'll see what happens. This pawn is held by the bishop. But we want to develop our bishop at some moment, so that's why I want to play b3. But if we play b3, I'd like to get the rook off this file. Okay, the castle. I am going to go ahead and play h4 without really thinking about too much. Because I know in structures like this, playing h4 is very, very common. And yeah, they're already committing this move. So I would love to play this, but obviously there's a bishop there. Now, I'm going to play b3 so that I can play bishop here. That is what I want. Knight there, is that an issue? I don't really think so. I think I can just go bishop here. If they take, I just take with the pawn. So let's go ahead and develop. And we're trying to play g4. We could sack the bishop for 2 pawns, but there's nothing there, so we're not going to do that. That would be pretty silly, I must say. But if I get g4 in, and then they take, bishop takes, queen here, we can push h5. And just try to break open everything. And we have more space on the king side, so that's where we want to play. Could rotate the knight over as well to this beautiful square. We do need to develop this knight at some moment, but for now, I think we're big chillin'. Okay, the bishop goes there, but that allows me to just come here with tempo. So I think that's just not right. You can take. I mean, you can't go here, you can't come in. So you either have to move back and allow me to take, which wouldn't be very smart. So I think this was a mistake because they let me come in with tempo. They, of course, can just transpose into this position, but I'm really happy to see that, to be honest. We have more time, too. I like being up on time. Of course, the way that we're playing here, we're playing with our pawns and we're pushing them, so we're creating a lot of hole in my territory. Obviously, if we were to castle this way, we pushed all the pawns there, and if we castle this way, we pushed pretty much all the pawns. So where does our king even go? But I think we're fine with our king being kind of vulnerable. I don't think they can really take advantage of it. And, I mean, their king is about to get opened up, because if they take, I take, and I'm pushing this pawn. And of course, if for some reason queens come off the board, then we just have a space advantage, and the vulnerable king won't matter as much. But I don't want to trade queens. Like, I'm thinking takes, and then they play something like queen here. That's what I'm imagining. And then, I mean, I'll probably just move my queen to g5 because I don't want to trade queens. But I think they're kind of realizing that they're in a little bit of trouble here. Or at least that's how it appears for me. I could be wrong. Okay, the opponent's down to 3.5 minutes. I'm going to refresh the page because I feel like something's glitched. No, they're just using all their time. We have 8 minutes and they're down to 3 if they decide to even make a move. Okay, yeah, they're definitely just going to resign. I don't know why they wouldn't have just clicked the resign button. What a waste of time. We got to win. I think our position was like pretty winning. Played with an 86. They played with an 85. We weren't completely winning. I'm just full of it, but we had a good position. So this is wrong. It's a miss. We should have played c5 apparently. And it says bishop g4. I would probably play this. Knight takes knight, or bishop in there, takes. Yeah, but then we have a really weird pawn structure here. If they trade, we just go here, and then they move the knight. I don't know, I liked what happened here. And then I'm pretty sure that they should have just went for this. Like, it's gonna take. And I guess if they went here, I was gonna play this, or at least this is what I was thinking of. But I guess then they can take. What about this? ED is a fork. Okay, I didn't calculate there. Hopefully I would have been able to see there's a fork, okay. Anyways. That was pretty dumb. Let's play another one. I'm actually kind of salty that that guy left. Like, come on, man, just play. Anyways, we got a Caro-Kann. And it's an exchange Caro-Kann, so let's just develop our knights and pin the knight to the queen. And now we're going to play e6. They'll probably play this at some moment. Okay. Let's offer a bishop trade. Just takes. Castles. And then we're going to go rook b8 and play for b5. This is the most common thing. I could, we're just going to take now. This is held, so there's no threat there. Now, do I play here threatening to take the pawn? No, I can't. Maybe I play rook c8 and then rook b8. This comes with an immediate threat, which is why I like it. Normally I'll play like rook b8 first, but I like that I can potentially play knight to b4 and snap that bishop if they allow me to. Okay, so they move, which doesn't allow me to actually play this anymore. Okay, I'm going to go a6. And I just want to play b5. Jumps in with a knight. Obviously, we can't take. We get forked. That wouldn't be good. So, I think we just play b5. Pretty straightforward. You can take if you want. And now we have a nice square for our knight if we want to work towards that. Okay, they don't want me to... What are they trying to do there? And I can just play this. If they go here, I go here. Yeah, let's put our knight here. That's pretty much a no-brainer. And I just want to slap the knight in here. If they take, I take like this. And then this becomes a target. Yep, there it is. Putting the knight there. This is attacked. I guess they can push the pawn. I guess that is possible. But then I could just take this. But can I escape? Queen here. Yeah, I don't think I can actually take that pawn. Unfortunately. So I would just have to maybe play knight b6, attacking this. Which seems pretty good to me too. Okay, they protect their pawn. Fair. I think we start rotating our knight, but maybe there's ideas of the queen coming in here. We want to play on the queen side. That's always the idea. They play queen here. I'll just go g6. That should be okay. There's no fork. I am threatening to take. And if pawn takes, I think we'd be chilling. Chilling like a villain. Or maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, they do come in with a queen, but I was just going to play g6. I didn't think that was really that big of a deal. Oh, they have knight takes. Takes, check, king here. Check, king here. Do you get enough? I don't think you get enough. I think I actually run away. I'm going to pre-move takes. Just a psychological, like, hey, you thought you had this, but I already saw it. They get 3 pawns for the knight, but my king's going to run to c7. Okay, they decided to just go back. I want to get rid of that knight. It's really annoying. Obviously, they're going to take with the pawn. They have to. The knight protects. Now it's just a matter of where do I want my queen to be. Go here and try to push. Undermine the pawns there, maybe. Kind of like that. My pawn structure kind of counteracts their bishop. I still don't know if they can... Still don't know if I can take this pawn because they just attack me and I don't have a square for the knight. Oh, wow. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, actually. They're going to go here. I think I should be fine. They're going to obviously play h5. We just don't take. They take us, we can take this way. Yeah, now we push. And if they try to do something like this, I'll have to bring my queen back to protect the dark squares. Which might be what they try to do. But, I don't know. Probably not playing this in the best way that we should. Now, queen here, I think we might have to be a little bit worried about some sacrifice. Yeah, we got to come back with our queen. Otherwise, they're just going to checkmate me on g7. Simple as that. Now, of course, they can take, but then they have double isolated pawns. They'll become a target. Just kind of the whole idea of the minority attack in the exchange, which is kind of ish what we're doing. They take. Oh, I mean, after this, I go here and we fork the pawns. But here, queen here, if I take here, I guess I can come back and we do protect against that. So I think we're actually fine. Surprisingly. Okay, they decide to just move? What? Really? They're trying to take and then take. I see. Okay, but we're just going to go here anyways. We attack this pawn. They're trying to line up some tactics with the queen. And they decide to take. Okay, I think taking with the rook makes sense here. That way if they take, I can take like this. Pawn's under attack. I'm also threatening to go here. They should probably protect the pawn. I guess you can do like this, but then takes. And we're just going to put pressure on this, I guess. Maybe. Or even slide the rook over to attack this. Ooh, yeah. You can't really protect the pawn, can you? And then if I get rid of this, we're chilling. Because right now, the only thing that I'm really worried about is some checkmate. Some lolly, as Hikaru would call it. Yeah, he protects. Capture this. And then pawn takes. I'm going to play rook h4. I even have this, surprisingly enough. Yeah, let's just go rook h4. So we're going to win the pawn. We can't really protect it. Just a matter of, do we even take with the queen? I mean, that's obviously an interesting move. I take rook takes. Takes. I mean, should be fine. Queen takes, rook takes. We just step up with the king. We're threatening to win the rook, so you pretty much have to trade queens here. Unless you play something like this, I guess. No, that would be checkmate. We're threatening checkmate. You can't. Unless you run. No, you can't run because then we win the rook. So you have to trade. And then I'm just arguing that your pawns are weaker than mine. Like here. How do you stop me from really going here? I guess you can push this pawn, but I'll go here and then you have to be passive. We should be totally winning. And then if they protect this way, we have some d4 ideas. They throw in a check, but we're just going to step up with the king. I guess you can play this now. Check, king out. Check. You block. I would take. Yeah, there's no getting around this. And our pawn structure is just very, very solid. I'm going to actually take with the king. You can attack the pawn, but I'll just slide back. I want this one extra tempo to be able to play rook e4 if I have the opportunity. Because you can't protect it unless you play like this, but then I would just take the pawn. Yeah, so they go there. I'll just protect. And they also have a minute and a half, so we're chilling. Okay, so now if I go here, they can play this, but then I go here and we fork the pawns. So, yeah. You can do this, but then you're losing one of them. Okay, look at that. Then we got a passer. King here, we take. Big chillin'. Up 2 pawns, although recently we did fumble a position up 2 pawns, so we don't really want to do that again. Let's go ahead and push, stop the pawns from moving. I mean, at this point, we can just flag, really. And just slide back. I'm trying to push, undermine this pawn. They'll probably see it and move the king up. Yeah, of course. I need to get my king out to a better spot. Let's come back. Let's protect this rank. And now I'm going to bring my king. Oh, they're going to start trading. Okay, then I'll go here. Maybe I go like this. I could go like this. I don't know if that's a good idea though. Try to give checks from behind. Let's give a check. We'll run this way if needed. Put the king on g7. Now there's no checks. And push. Takes, we take, and we're starting to chip away at his pawn structure, which is what I wanted to do. They take, now we're attacking this. Let's throw in a check. Take this pawn. Bring the king up. And my opponent resigns. GG. Look at that. We're on a good win streak here. Let's go. Let us go. We played with an 89. My opponent played with an 84. We actually did blunder. Nice little Caro-Kann-esque stuff here. Takes. Yeah, maybe rook b8 was the better move. I mean, we're trying to play for this. Going rook c8 is kind of hope chess. Hoping that they allow us to play knight b4, but they don't have to do that, obviously. Then we start pushing. Knight back's a blunder. Could they have done this? Is that why? No. Why is it a blunder? They have a sacrifice? What? Oh. I see. Oops. Well, we missed that. And then this is actually pretty good for us. And we bring the queen back, just protecting. And then we attack the pawn, and they gave us the bishop for really no reason, to be honest. And then we're winning that pawn. Taking was bad, though. What? Okay, it said it was bad, and then it rethought its position. And then this is just completely winning. And we converted that pretty cleanly. I think maybe there's some moments where we could have done some better stuff, but we weren't really in any trouble here. Obviously, if they went check, we were going to do this. And if they kept this alignment, we would just play rook here and trade and have 3 extra pawns. So, another good day, another few elo up, 2061. Not too bad, not too shabby. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.